rooms for Atiku, PDP, as Wike supporters issue threat. This is very much giving the same thing with Reno Mokri, where he came out on Twitter and was saying to Peter Obi that his supporters, Peter Obi supporters, are lashing out at him or are bashing him or shading or whatever, trolling him on the internet. So it's like, okay, now do you expect in this case of Wike supporters being upset, would you expect Atiku to reply? I mean, what would you want him to do about it? Someone here even says the threat of Wike supporters is understandable, and like the Englishman would say, conscience is an open wound. It is only the truth that can heal it. I am not surprised at the decision of Atiku to drop Wike for Koa, having seen the match Wike gave at PDP convention before Tambuwal came for Atiku rescue, and forgetting that same Wike gave at the PDP convention. Well, I really don't understand this, to be honest. I guess everyone is saying this is a big betrayal. Someone has said that for all that he labored, he got a stab at his back. I'm so angry. PDP in Rivers want to vote for Atiku. And I think the concern as to where the votes will come from is from the north, to be honest. I guess, to be fair, we haven't really seen why Atiku is also... I mean, again, it's all the game, to be honest. In terms of reasoning as to why Atiku would be an option, I don't think the youth are leaning towards its side. So to be honest, Peter Obi is literally on the news right now, and it's literally just him. And he's proven with his history, as well as him just being in the news and Father Mbaka, all that drama, to still be the favourite. So I guess Atiku now to be among the game players in terms of who has the relevance in this hot situation has then chosen his running mate. So yeah, how the supporters will see this, never really know. Another person here says fake news. Well, it's kind of already confirmed. I think a bit late. I'm a Niger Delta by marriage and Rivers by birth. Delta. Dr. Kowa's clear case of betrayal is a hit to PDP's success in the forthcoming election because Wike is loved in Delta State too. Atiku and Okowa have a whole lot of work to do. For me, Peter Obi owes my vote since Wike is out of the race. Oh, wow. Is this how it is for some people? I mean, again, it's all about strategy, right? With religion coming into play, with region, north and south, and Igbos being a president, and all that comes into play. So I guess with Atiku, he kind of has to be strategic because the youth and most people are really leaning towards Peter Obi. So in this case, getting a southeastern or getting someone from the south would really not be, or the east, would really not be a bad idea in terms of the strategy he's trying to use to gain votes. But wow, I mean, I guess for this person, if Wike's removal was the tipping point, then Wike must have held a lot of potential in some people. I mean, you never really know. The whole South should work against this foolish man called Atiku. I believe he will never be president of Nigeria. He's just wasting his time. Let us watch and see. I think one thing we have to be careful of is underestimating any person. Because first off, Peter Obi was in PDP and now he went to Labour Party. And still, you'd think, okay, fine, you leaving such a big platform would sort of put him down. But he really hasn't, because now he has even more traction than ever. With Tinubu, that as much as everyone will talk about his health, talk about his age, talk about whatever they want to use to disqualify him, he has made it this far. And he's still making it this far. It's the same way everyone underestimated Donald Trump, and that is where he ended up. So I think one thing that we also need to pay attention to is really not to underestimate any character at all. I mean, these are all strong candidates in their own right. With Peter Obi, he has the youth. He's proven himself. I mean, if you articulate and you are, and I don't know what to say. I mean, you can't really convince anyone. You can't tell anyone vote for this person or look at this person. But then with Atiku and with Tinubu, I guess with them, the leverage they have is the experience, and with Tinubu, with the whole concept of godfatherism and being a good player in the game and also fixing people in power, that is also what he has. I think we should not underestimate the fact that Tinubu does have experience, whether he's limping, whether he's walking on a wheelchair, or the fact that he's unable to hold a flag can be reasons for some people to be like, no, but then it does not take away from the fact that he can still get to the end. So I think one thing we must take in, and I'm trying to stress this as much as possible, so we don't start to cry and start to hear stories that touch. We cannot underestimate, and that is why PVC awareness, get your PVC, because people are trying. I mean, this election really seems like it's going to change a lot of things. I think right now we are seeing the youth being more intentional than ever, and being intentional the right way, trying to do the right way in a country that really does not promote doing the right way to get what you want. Because again, we know about the PVCs. It is the right way to vote, and it's literally the way, right? But then with potential corruption, rigging of votes, INEC being shady, do they align? That's a question for another day, and the answer we're going to see soon. But yeah, that's it, to be honest. Let's get another comment. Somebody here says, as long as you South politicians decide not to learn by experience and handwriting on the wall, not knowing how you can buy yourself back from these Fulani men who married you long ago, you will continue to be enslaved and broken as well as your people. If anyone can explain what this person means, would be very... I mean, I guess this, for you to understand this comment, you'd have to understand a bit of history and context. Someone says, you people should go and sit down. Must it all be about Wike? Wrong calculation, Atiku, but it's good for us, the obedient youths. Yeah, and I think it's a very key comment. As we read before, another person said, because Wike is out, this is why they're going to go for Peter Obi. And it's a really... Yeah. I think just for image-wise, this is just, my opinion. It does not reflect anything on the channel. Peter Obi just seems like the most viable option. And I think one impressive thing about it is that, okay, fine, he's learned, he's exposed, and not that the other two aren't, but they aren't taking the exposure and turning it into something that can be beneficial for Nigeria. And I think that's where the real problem lies. With Atiku, just the image of being the Nigerian president and going to represent us and talking for us. With Tinubu, I'm not really too sure. But we will see what happens. Again, anything can happen. We do not underestimate any player. Put what you think in the comment section below. Do not forget to like and subscribe.